Hey, good morning everyone. Who's up for fit class this morning? This is Cindy from Moto Yoga St. Catharines offering you a fit class through Instagram Live. I've started our video a little bit earlier this morning just in case anyone would like to set up or connect to music. I have my earbud in, probably put a hairband in or something to lock that in place for when we get moving. But if any of you would like to join in with music, from your end, just visit our story and there's a very simple explanation of how to hook up into my playlist that I will be listening to. And if you like, once I start mine, we can all press the button together and be moving at the same pace, along the same pace with the same music, same song playing at the same time. But retracting that comment slightly, please move along at your own pace. We are in a fit class with option to use weights, a tension band, blocks, even books, anything if you'd like to add a little resistance into your workout. And if you don't and you just go with the motions and move through the exercises, just keep moving to whatever capacity works for you this morning. Welcome everyone and hello. Keep signing in. I'll keep waving as long as I can see without my glasses here. So nice to see all of you up and ready to get moving this morning. So let's take the next, we have about 3 minutes left before 10 o'clock. We'll give everyone an opportunity to check out the Moto Yoga St. Catharines story if you'd like to hook into the playlist that I'll be following this morning. And hopefully we can all join in at the same time. So take the next few minutes. I'll get over onto my mat and get ready for you. Our fit class this morning for approximately 45 minutes, working at your own pace. Bring your water, your choice of weights and resistance. And if you choose to just let go of all the resistance today and work with your own body weight, that's a wonderful way to start your day as well. Okay, see you in a few minutes. And good morning again. Everyone's ready, we can get started, and please feel free to join in if you're coming in a little bit late this morning or maybe just taking a peek at the class, seeing if it's something that interests you. So if you have your playlist ready, if you have signed into that, just an option, just an opportunity, I am going to press the second song as we get started, the deep end. Ready to go? Let's get up on our feet. We'll get right to our practice. Start and opening up with our Frankensteins this morning. Stand nice and tall, root down through your feet. And reach alternate hand with alternate leg. Right arm, left out leg reaching out and back. Now you can work with the pace of the music. You can work with counting reps. Maybe bring a little more twist into the body. Have a great class, everyone. Good morning to your 45 minutes of fit this morning through Moto Yoga St. Catharines. And this is Cindy working alongside with you. Warming up with Frankensteins. Nice twist in the obliques. A reach with the leg, a reach with the arms. And then coming into a squat position. As you prepare to squat, reach the sit bones back, then bend the knees and pop up. Find your rhythm. Find your pace. Be mindful to reach the sit bones back and then bend the knees in your squat. And don't forget to breathe. Your greatest tool always is your breath. Push down through your feet to come back up to standing. Arms can be moving, arms can be stationary, arms can be right out front. What works for you? And good morning, everyone. Welcome. And come up to standing for our good mornings. Good morning on this fine Monday. Reaching up. Hinging at the hips, reach the crown of the head and the fingers forward. And come back up. And keep folding a few times. Arms running along the ears. You can already feel the heart rate increasing. The blood flow moving. Lactic acid warming up the body. Feel that nice stretch in the back of your legs. And come right back up. This time, fold all the way over. Bring the hands down to the ground, drop the head. Step your right foot back, come onto the ball of your right foot, and lift your left arm up. Open your heart. Come back down to square off to the mat, rock the right heel to the front of the mat, step the left foot back, opposite side. And just keep alternating. Right foot back, left arm opens. Left foot back, right side heart opens. And pick up your pace if that's comfortable for you. Pick up your earbud if it happened to fall out. One more on each side. And there we go. Take your forward fold. Drop your head. Still in our warm-up phase, bring your knees down to the ground. Find your tabletop position, moving into a bad dog. Take your left leg out to the side with the knee bent. Try not to lift any higher than your hip. Look down and ahead of your mat. And bring the knee back down. Just find that pace in your bad dog. Counting reps, and always an invitation to stay in the movement and the exercise a little longer if it feels good in your body. Also an opportunity to come to stillness with slight movement in the body if you need a little rest or a little break. Just don't stop abruptly. Keep something moving. Right leg out and down. Press into Come into a plank if you choose, or stay on the knees. Going to roll our shoulders underneath opposite arms. I'm going to go up into a plank this morning. Take my right arm, open it up to the right side of the room like a side plank, stacking the feet on top of each other or in front of each other. Root down through the left arm, roll the right arm under the left. Shoulder rolls. Keep lifting up as you breathe in and lift, and exhale to roll. Left shoulder on top of the left wrist, and come back down to neutral. On the knees if you choose, or take side plank, other side. This is where you're going. Keep lifting up, and then roll. Connect with your breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale to roll. Right shoulder over the right wrist. Feel that line of energy from your left fingers down to your right. 2 more times. And down onto your knees. Take 2 breaths in your child's pose. Do arm and leg extensions. Right arm forward, left leg back. Nice long body looking down and ahead. And then curl in. Find that movement. Dropping your head, bringing the nose to the knee, and reaching out. Reaching back. And let's take to the other side. Left arm forward, right leg back. Feel that reach and stretch. Connecting with your breath. And bring the curl into it. Come down to the center with the nose and the knees meeting. Extend with the arm and the leg, reaching out and away from the body. And stopping here, tabletop position. Come back up onto your feet. You can face the top of your mat, make any adjustments that you need to. Going to go back into our squats again. Find a place for your hands. Space between your feet, toes out, in or forward. Reach the sit bones back behind you, and then begin bending the knees. And find your squat, find a rhythm. Notice how low you go, and notice how you come back up, rooting down through the feet. And breathe. And come back up to standing. Let's do a nice good morning stretch. Once again, reaching up and folding forward. Drop your head, connect with your breath. Inhale, come up halfway. Bring your hands onto the front of your thighs and walk all the way to standing. Good time for some water right here. Going to move into our leg warm-ups now. I know you might have felt a little bit of a leg warm-up in that movement, those exercises. Now we're going to focus completely on the legs. Now I'm going to use the weights this morning. You're welcome to use a band. I'm going to face you. Standing nice and tall with your weights or your band, one end of the band in each hand. Then bring your right knee back and down behind you. Left knee forward. So right toes are reaching out behind you, sole of your left foot on the ground. Bring your arms up to a scarecrow. Spread them nice and wide, hands over the elbows. We're just going to simply rotate the shoulders. Reach the forearms forward. And only rotating the shoulders, not the wrists. So if you have a band, it's underneath the right knee and you're holding each end in your hands. Just a little resistance if you choose, and if not, just keep moving. And now let's switch legs. Bring the left knee down. The band would be underneath it. I'll alternate for you. Bring the arms up. Right leg forward. Take those scarecrow arms. Band is in front of the arms and just rotate. Feel the rhythm of your music if you're playing it. And if not, feel the rhythm of your breath. Hi, Jamie. Hello, everyone. Just signing in. Please feel free to join in. We are with the song When Love Takes Over. If you have the playlist accessible to you, bring yourself back down. Actually, keep the band in your hand or the weights. I'm going to grab the weights this time. Slowly come up. Going to take a nice squat position. Lowering down where it's comfortable. Reach the sit bones back, bend the knees. And when you're comfortable, Bring the hands up to the shoulders. Arms tucked along the sides. Feel your squat. Push down through your feet and stand tall. Weighted squat here. With or without resistance, your body weight works just as well. It's just about the amount of resistance you want to work with each day, each exercise. And from here, slowly bring the arms down along your sides. Bring the feet back together with weights or a band. If you're using a band, you'd be standing on the band with both feet. Bring the feet slightly apart underneath the hips. Arms along your sides. Bicep curl with the arms along the side body. Lift the arms up toward the ceiling and lower down. Now you can wrap the band if you need a little more resistance. Keep a softness in your knees. Feel the triceps working, moving fluid through the body. You can alternate one arm at a time if that works for you, or together. Standing tall, rooting down through the feet, softness in the knees. Beautiful. Let's stop right there. Slowly release the bands down the side of the mat. Change the weight, pick up the weights, use whatever you have. Might even be water bottles this morning. We're going to come down onto the mat. Move into a Bulgarian lunge. So if you have a block, it would be nice to place the top of your right foot on the block. Reach the hands down toward the ground, somewhat of a tabletop position. With the right foot on top of the block, send the left halfway. Now if that block is not accessible or it's something that you choose not to work with this morning, just set it aside and simply turn your right toes under. Come up halfway, nice long spine. Bring all the focus to the left leg to root down. This is where we're going. And as you breathe, lower the right knee close to the mat. You can bring your arms into it if that feels good. Your Bulgarian lunge. And if it's not a block underneath your right foot, it's a static lunge. And now let's switch sides. Come all the way down safely. Left foot back on the block or toes curled under, right foot forward. Come up halfway. Bring the weight into the right leg for support. Stand nice and tall, softness in the knees. Lower the left knee down. And it doesn't matter how low the knee comes to the mat. Feel the work and the fluid moving through the legs. Beautiful. Come up to standing or hinge forward. Rock the left foot back and come to a forward fold first. Drop your head. Inhale a halfway lift, hands on the thighs. And walk the hands all the way to standing. Beautiful. We're going to move into a curtsy lunge now. So give yourself lots of space on the sides of your mat. Lots of space behind you. You're going to cross the back leg over, one side at a time. Starting from the center of your mat, connect with your breath. Softness in your knees. Bring the right leg out to the right. Find that squat. And as you pop back up, bring the right leg behind the left leg and curtsy. You'll find that rhythm on your own, maybe with the hands and the arms. Right now I'm listening to Sugar. I'm not sure what you're listening to, if at all. And hopefully we're more in sync than not. Moving always at your own pace. Come down as low as you can in your curtsy squat. Then come back to center. Hands on the hips. Step the left foot out. Find that squat, find that place where your toes are in line with your knees if that's comfortable. Lower down, reaching the sit bones down, bending the knees. And as you come up, cross the left leg behind the right, curtsy. Try to keep the spine nice and long. Beautiful. Let's come back to center. I'm going to walk that out. I'm going to do one more leg exercise before we move into our EMOM. Take some water. Keep moving. Keep the body moving. Even if that means standing in one spot, alternating your heel raise. Try not to make a drastic change in the heart rate. Try not to stop abruptly. Always keeping just a little movement. I'm going to pick up a different set of weights. You're welcome to use a band. If you are using a band, I will demonstrate. Step on it in the center. Separate the feet to come under the hips. Stand nice and tall. And hinge forward at the hips. Bring the head mostly down to the ground. Drop the bands on the ground. And pick them up closer to your ankles. Nice resistance here for a bent over row. Come up 90 degrees. Nice flat back. Pull the arms up to the hips. Feel that nice L shape in the body. Elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. Hands coming up toward the chest. And if you have weights in your hand, same resistance. It's up to you on the weight, the level of your band, the weight of your weight that you're using. Let's do 2 more of these. And slowly bend all the way over. Release the band on the ground or the weights. Set them aside. Come up halfway and walk. So if you haven't played music up until now, this is a really good point to implement the music. Keeps the rhythm going. We're going to do a circuit of 3 exercises. We're going to frame those 3 exercises into a minute. However long you take, however quickly you move through it, is up to you. Moving at your own pace, we're going to start with, I'll demo, 25 ropeless skips, your variation. Going to do squats with a leg lift, 5 on each side. And then we're going to do our get-ups. Cross your arms, come down to the ground without using your arms, lay flat, and slowly come back up. We're going to do 5 of those. If you'd like to pick up the speed, come back up a little more quickly without using your arms. And we'll see how much we can stay inside of a minute. Connect with your breath. Prepare yourself to get started in 10 seconds. In 5. Welcome everyone. Continue along. We're right halfway point in our workout this morning. Moto Fit. Here we go. 25 ropeless skips. And then our squats. Find that direction for your toes. Squat, leg lift. 5 on each side. Doing great here. 25 seconds in. And then our get-ups. Come all the way down. No arms to come back up. Hint, moving to the side of your mat to come back up. Maybe a jump. And back down. Two more of these. You walk that out. We have 10 seconds to go before we reach 1 minute. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Jude. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Moto Fit. We're into our first set of EMOM. Now completed. Ready to go again. 25 ropeless skips. Maybe side to side. Squat and leg lift. And our get-ups. No arms. Come down to the mat. Lay flat. Back up. Use that core strength. Maybe a jump. Two more for you. Hi, Alexis. Welcome. Two sets of EMOMs complete. Maybe a little water. We have 11 seconds to go. Ready for our ropeless skips? 25. If you're standing, just raising the heel. It's just an option. Always looking for your own pace. Squat, leg lift. And breath. I'm going to change that up for more get-ups now. If you have weights in your hand, or not, pick them up. Or just move with the motion. Bring the arms up to the shoulders. Root down through your feet. Just 5 of those. And walk it out. Beautiful work. One more set of EMOMs here. Every minute, on the minute, your own pace. It's like beat the clock. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Twist a little. And come to a stop for your squat. Lower down, leg lift. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And walk it out. 13 seconds to go here. Just keep moving. Keep that heart rate working. Keep breathing. And come to standing. Let's do a nice good morning here once again. Reach the arms up on an inhale. And hinge forward at the hips on your exhale. Inhale, rise. And exhale, fold. Not all the way, just halfway. One more time. Beautiful. Going to move into our push-pull section of our workout. Tune in your music, make any adjustments that you need to. Take some water. Come right down onto your mat, nice and slowly. It's going to move into a downward dog push-up. So your traditional tabletop to start. Take a breath in, reach the crown of your head forward. Turn your toes under, find your downward facing dog. Feel that nice stretch under the arms, walk out the feet. Pressing the finger mounds into the mat. And then separate your feet a little wider, maybe even off of the mat. Keep the sits bones reaching up, the head dropping down below the heart. Separate the hands a little wider if that's accessible to you. Now feel the crown of your head rooting down toward the mat. We're going to lower down, only bending the arms. Make any adjustments to widen the feet or the hands. Crown of your head rooting down. Not the forehead, but the crown of your head. Only the elbows are bending. And bring your knees down to the ground. Do a little hip rotation there. Reach the hips back and out to the side, back up to the front. And move in a counterclockwise direction. Just feeling the effects of that posture and all the postures so far. All the movement. Come back to a tabletop position. Take a breath in and a breath out. And slowly bring yourself up to standing. You can take the weights or the band. So the weights are pretty much a given. Take one in each hand. I will demonstrate with the strap or the band here. I'm going to go into a tricep pull. So we want the back foot in the center of the bend, actually closer to the left side handle. So a little closer to the left hand. Bending over generously to adjust yourself. Step the right foot through. Make a nice distance between both feet. Come to standing. Bring the left hand onto your left hip if that's comfortable. Maybe wrapping the band around your hand for a little more resistance. And bring the right hand up and behind you. Softness in your knees. And if you have weights in your hand, one weight is in the left, one weight in the right, obviously. And reaching up. Dropping the right hand down gently, just bending at the elbow. Now draw the lower belly in and up. And find a pace that works for you. Sometimes a little sprint in our exercise feels good. Let's do 3 more on this side. If you're feeling great, just keep up with it. If it doesn't feel so good for you, just come back out to standing with a slight movement. And lower down. Rock the left heel back a little. Step forward and switch feet. Come back a little further, step on the band. The left foot comes between the feet or the bands at the center. Step forward and back, rooted down through both feet. Right hand on the right hip. Left hand reaching up and back. Take the bands or the weights. I'm sorry if we lost you there for a moment. Technical difficulties never cease to arise. So I'm going to use the weights this time. Come to standing in the center of your mat. Step forward on your right foot. If you had the band would be underneath the right foot, and each end of the bands would be in your hands. Left foot back, hovering onto the toes. Standing nice and tall, just begin to hinge forward, lifting that left toe up slightly. Now turn the palms to face up toward the sky, reaching back behind you, so the tops of your hands are looking down at the floor. Palms turned up behind you. And just lift the arms. You can feel this exercise in your core, your legs, your arms, your spine. And you hinge forward as much as you are comfortable with. And keep lifting the triceps, wherever that is for you, up toward the ceiling. This is our push-pull section of our workout. And come back to standing. We'll just switch sides, starting from the center of your mat. Step the left foot forward, right toes hovering behind you. Feel that engagement in the glutes and the thighs, that containment. Now just hinge at the hips, feel the right toe lift up slightly. Turn the palms back up and begin your tricep pull. Feel the power in your left leg rooting down. Feel the front of your arms, the back of your arms. And with your breath, allow it to help you move and become a little deeper into the posture. Or stay exactly where you are. Enjoy where you are right here in this moment. Beautiful. Then come to standing. You can keep the weights, you can take the band. Going to move into a lunge row. Another portion, another exercise for our push-pull portion. I'm going to take the band just for demo. So, step forward with your right foot, back with your left foot, find that row position. Bring the band down toward the ground. Feel that nice stretch in the back of your legs. Let the band rest. Just lift up your toes and slide the band underneath the center of your foot. Staying in that row position or that lunge position. Imagine being in runner's lunge right now. Lift the left heel up off the ground. Find that nice resistance in the band that works for you, or the weights are in your hand. And just row. Bring the hands up toward the hips, elbows pointing up behind you. Keep reaching ahead and down with the crown of your head. Maybe a little sprint if that feels good. And then we'll switch feet. Come back up to center, both feet side by side. Unstrap your right foot. Lift your left toes. Step the right foot back into that lunge. Feel the lunge first. Adjust the distance from your hands to your feet, holding on to the band, or come up with the weights. Right heel raised up on the ball of your right foot. Feel the runner's lunge shape in your body. Hold the shoulders back and row. If you need to change the weight or the resistance of the band, just bring it back down or wrap it around your wrists. Just a simple rotation like that. The bands are so flexible. Think of pulling your left hip back, shifting your right hip forward. Feel that row, feel that long spine, that line of energy from your right heel to the top of your head. And slowly lower all the way down. Rock the right heel back and step forward. Bring the hands right into the mat. Bring your knees down. Going to move into our core workout. Section 4 of our full body workout here in Fit This Morning. Slowly come onto your sits bones. Reach the legs out in front of you. And if you have a block or a book, water bottle, maybe you choose to use your weights, maybe nothing at all, just your own body weight. Just reminding you of your options. I'm going to reach for my block. Bring it out in front of me, my arms extended forward. Wiggle my sit bones into the mat, soles of my feet on the floor. Just going to shift the block left and right, bringing a little more movement to the obliques, the core body reaching right and reaching left. Whatever your edge is for your twist, your rotation this morning. If you'd like to feel that a little more sensation, lift the feet up off the ground and keep rotating. Imagine passing the block to me, and then I'm passing the block to you. Bring the soles of your feet back down. Place the block along the side of your mat. Take a hold of the back of your thighs and slowly roll back onto your flat back. The knees are bent. Take the block once again. Your support. Bring it up over your head. I've advised not using a weight in this exercise, just in case it wants to drop down. Something that wouldn't be too hazardous if it fell. The idea is to press into this support. Find a little containment. Engage the muscles. Any distance of the block between your hands. Then bring the legs up toward the ceiling. Breathe in, reaching all four limbs up, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, long body. Inhale, back to center, block exchange, support exchange. Inhale, back to center, exchange the block. Any pace that you're working with, whatever feels good in your body. Feel that core working out with you. Feel the body lengthening, creating space. Do one more of these. Beautiful. Bring the block down for a moment. Set it to the side of your mat. Soles of your feet on the mat. We're going to go into a real crunch, okay? Bring both hands up over your head. Interlace your fingers, palms facing. And then turn the palms up toward the ceiling. Bring the palms down and place them behind your head, right in the nape of your neck. And press the hands into the back of the head into the hands. Feel the shoulder blades on the ground and the elbows wide. And when you're ready, connecting with your breath, imagine your chin has two eyes. The chin is looking up toward the ceiling. You're shortening the distance between your shoulder blades and your core body. The elbows lift up. They don't come forward. They lift up toward the ceiling. The chin lifts. The forehead lifts. You can feel the core working. Keep the arms wide. Beautiful. And if you're more comfortable bending the knees, also an option. Just think of shortening the distance in your core from your throat to your pelvic floor. Let's do two more of these. Nice work. Release the hands. Come all the way down to the mat. Take the block in your hands once again, but this time place it between your knees. Once again, feel that resistance as you squeeze the block with the inner thighs or the knees. Bring the arms out to the side, scarecrow or reaching them side to side. We're going to do a little hip rotation here, stacking the right hip on top of the left hip, moving to the left side of your mat. Squeeze the block to come back up to center, opposite direction, left hip over the right. And just move with that. Move at your own pace. Your music might have slowed down a little bit as we work through this core workout. Maybe it's sped back up. Work with whatever rhythm you have and your breath. A nice supine rotating twist here. Synergistically connecting the internal organs to function internally and help you detoxify and cleanse the body. And come back up to center. Beautiful. Place the block down along the side and slowly roll over onto one side. Come into a tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And welcome to those of you that have recently joined us. Always time to move in, join in the practice. And from tabletop, I'm going to just do a couple of exercises more in this core section. Bring the block behind you. On all fours, place the block behind your right thigh and squeeze into it, lifting the shin up off the ground. Then bring that right knee up, no higher than the sit bones. Squeeze into the block, flex the foot for extra security there, and lower the knee down. Inhale, knee up, no higher than the glutes. If you have a visual of yourself at all, the knee is in line with the hip as you bring it up. But no need to overstretch or overreach. Lift that knee, squeeze the block, strengthen the glutes. Not a booty builder here, just lots of strength coming into the glutes. And right about now, you would be feeling it. And slowly, let's switch sides. Bring the block behind your left thigh. If you don't have the block, go through the motion, flexing the foot. Imagine squeezing the block there. And with that flexed foot, hold the block in place. Find containment. And when you're ready, lift the left knee, squeezing, flexing the foot. Try not to inflate your belly, but draw the navel into the spine. Reach the crown of your head forward and down. Donkey kicks. Beautiful. And bring that back down. Let the block set along the side of your mat. And from tabletop position, imagine pushing the ground away from you. Pressing the finger mounds into the mat. Bring your sits bones down onto your heels. Forehead onto the ground. And walk the hands further away from the body if you have that space. Feel the stretch in your underarms and your shoulders. Ground yourself for 3 more breaths in child's pose. And slowly lift yourself back up. Bring your belly down to the mat, your forearms down to the mat. Legs long behind you. Pelvic floor supported into the mat. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Feel that healthy compression in your lower back as you gently move into this Sphinx posture. We're counterbalancing our hunching over and bending over, looking down. Look up, everyone. Look up. Rise yourself up. Bring a smile to your face. And breathe into that healthy compression in your lower back. Feel that exhilaration run through your body. That feeling of gratitude and excitement for waking up and getting right to it this morning. Then push your hands into the mat. Elevate yourself even higher, pressing into the finger mounds. Maybe spreading the feet a little wider. And greatly enjoying that extra compression in the lower back as you lift your heart. Maybe lift your gaze. Soften your ankles and your legs. Just come up as high as you can this morning and take a deep breath in. And slowly come all the way down. Bring your hands underneath your forehead. Roll your head side to side. Then bring your hands down by your lower ribs, coming back into a tabletop position. And bring your right foot between your hands at the top of your mat. Moving into a low lunge, walk the left leg back. Feel the psoas muscles in the front of the legs open between the thighs. Come up halfway. Hands resting on the top of your right thigh. Out of your right foot. Go down onto your forearms if you have that space this morning. And if not, just rest with your hands on the inside of your right foot. Maybe your right hand on the inside of your right knee. Gentle encouragement, opening up that right hip. Feel that slight twist in the obliques as you bring your gaze up toward the sky. And come back down to center. Just straighten out the right leg, bending the left knee, feeling that nice stretch in the back of your right leg. If you'd like to bring your block back there to sit on, that's also an option. Maybe sitting right down on your heel. Maybe the block under your hands, giving you length in your arms. And slowly come back up, bending the right knee. Hands into the mat, step the right foot back. Left foot between the hands. Left leg at 90 degrees, and you walk the right leg back, taking the weight off of the knee joint. Uncurl your right toes. Come up halfway. Breathe into that space. I know you feel it. Your low lunge, opening the psoas muscles. All those muscles that tighten as we sit and remain idle. Bring both hands down if you like on the inside of the left foot. Remaining right there or down onto your forearms. Dropping your head. Really allow yourself to let go here. Keep surrendering to your mat as you cool down. If your hands are into the mat, you might like to bring the left hand on the inside of the left knee. Gentle encouragement, opening up to the left side, up to the ceiling. Right hand is under the right shoulder. You can feel the hips expanding, finding space with your breath. And slowly come back through center. Bend the right knee, lengthen the left leg. Come back to sit on your heel or a block. Feel the stretch up the back of your left leg. Pull the toes toward the body for a little more stretch. Cooling down here in our MotoFit class this morning. I can just feel it in my heart. What a great job you've all done. Just waking up, getting up off of your seat or out of your bed to come to your mat. Slowly hinge forward. Step the left foot back. Spread your knees nice and wide. Come right down into a child's pose to close off your practice. Forehead down. Walk the arms away from you. Allow your heels to encourage the sit bones to come down. Whatever depth you're in this posture, whatever space you're working with, is all perfect and so beautiful. It's all movement toward the same intention for all of us. Create space. Feel calm, fit, and inspired. And from here, continue your cool down. And if your child's pose is not a final Shavasana or your chosen final Shavasana, come into one that does suit you, onto your flat back or your side. But please try to remain here in Shavasana for at least the next 3 to 5 minutes. And if you have more time, please take it. Allow your breath to flow through you organically. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Aileen. I miss you all so much. And I also welcome those of you that are new to the practice, new to yoga, new to these viral and Instagram live classes. Hi, Zoe. So grateful to see all of you here. Seeing your names pop up is almost as though I can see your faces. I feel you in my soul and in my heart. And from my home to yours, namaste, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll be back online Thursday at 8 and Friday at 10. Hi, Jamie. So wonderful to see you all. Hi, Bridget. And Lizanne, welcome again. So happy to see you and your beautiful daughter. Alexis, I hope your workout outfit worked well for you this morning. I wonder if any of you had music along your practice this morning. With so much gratitude. I like that hot, sweaty feeling that we all have, the one that we get in the hot room, almost as much. Hi, Alex. And Danny. Hello there. Welcome, everyone. I'll be here every Monday. And a huge variety of classes available to all of you around the world, day to day, all day long. Sign up for anything. They're all free. Keep moving to keep moving, everyone. And I'll move right alongside you. Have a great day, everyone.